Hey everybody, Patrick here. And gosh, I know it's been a long time since I have done a vlog, and I'm so sorry. Things have been really crazy, and I promise that I'm going to do better. In fact, I'm actually planning to start making some original content creation, and definitely going to be doing more regular vlogging so that you guys know all the neat stuff that's going on. So I'm super pumped about that. I have really missed this one-on-one conversation. I miss talking to you guys. So um, definitely look for more of this, and I'm really excited about the cool stuff that we have in store here. So um, what would a vlog post be for me without some ambiguity? So we have a super big announcement coming next month. We'll be releasing that announcement at Gamma. And you may, if you're paying attention and you consume a lot of board game media, you might be, hear some early musings and get a tip off before Gamma. But Gamma will be the worldwide announcement, and I'm really pumped and stoked about that. So just got back in last night at like 12:30 in the morning from New York City. Pardon me, I'm still nursing this cough. New York City, New York Toy Fair. We were there for that and doing some reconnaissance, seeing if that's a place where Crash Games would want to do business, and had some meetings and such. And I had never actually been to New York City. I find that pretty funny that I've been to Germany 3 times before I've been to New York. So I thought that was interesting, and it was a neat box to check off. In Times Square, wow, it felt like being on a movie set, only a lot more dangerous. New York Toy Fair was a great time. Met up with some great people. Kim from the Game Aisle, Daryl Andrews from Maple Syrup and all of his stuff. I met some awesome new people. I think Fabian. I don't want to forget his name, so I'm scanning. Fabio, not Fabian. Dang it, so close. From CSC Games up in Canada. And met just some awesome people in the toy industry that I had never met before. And Toy Fair was quite an experience. I felt super out of place. That is pro, man. That is the big leagues. You've got Lego, you've got Mattel, you've got these huge companies that have these fortresses of booths. And the thing that's the weirdest part about Toy Fair is that these giant booths, it's invite only. They're completely walled in, opaque glass, like you can't see anything other than the fact that it's like like a 50 by 100 booth. Like it's insanely big. Like it would take up an entire like section at Gen Con. Like it's insane. But definitely a lot of fun, and definitely interesting to see that side of the industry. And of course, we have people there too. Got together with the awesome team at Calliope, Cassidy, Ray, Chris, great people, Frank and Dan and Brian with R&R Games, ran into Sherry with Ad Magic. So my Carnival family was there, and I always have to go by and give them some love. So it was a good time, and it'll be interesting to see what role New York Toy Fair plays for Crash Games in the future. So, gosh, I don't know what I've told you guys about. Like, I don't remember what I've shared with you. So, it's just been so exciting. It's been so busy, and I've had, I'm working like a dog. I'm working, 12-hour days, 60, 70-hour work weeks just to keep up with all this stuff, which is great. But then I forget to do stuff like vlogs because I'm like, take the time to do it. But I've got this organizational system going, and I'm doing stuff, and doing this is important to me. It's important that you guys know what's going on. It's important to keep that dialogue going, because that's been what fuels me, this entire time, with Crash Games, is knowing that you guys care, and knowing that you want to hear what's happening, and this back and forth, this dialogue. It's super important to me. So, if you don't know already, and I'm sorry if I've repeated myself, we have Pirate Den on the market, and that is a great bluffing pirate themed game. And wow, it went over great at PAX South. Like, people ate it right up. I am so excited to see how that plays throughout the year. As somebody that's been demoing games professionally for the last 5 years, it is super fun and super fast to demo, and it is super engaging, and people catch on to it really quick. And I think that's going to make for a great time and great sales for it. So that's super exciting. If you're a fan of Council of Verona, and you haven't picked up the second edition, you're going to want to do that quickly. We're about out of print for a second time on Council of Verona. And that leads me to telling you about the Corruption expansion, and Where Art Thou, Romeo Deluxe. All of those are available through Amazon, your friendly local game store. If your game store uses GTS distribution or ACD distribution, they can get the game, so they should be widely available. So you shouldn't have any problems there. Dead Drop is close to being out of print, so if you've missed out on Dead Drop, grab that. We got some potentially really cool plans coming up for Dead Drop. I'm sorry to be vague, but and then what we have coming out next is amazing too. And I know like everything's amazing, but that's honestly how I feel. Like I'm not just saying that. Like those aren't marketing buzzwords. Those aren't, ways for me to drum up excitement. But we've got, I'm looking at the board to make sure I don't forget. So we've licensed Plums. I think Paimal Flamen. Oh, I got the box right here. Oh, let me reach for it. Okay, so Paimal Flamen from Pegasus Spiel. We've licensed this. It's a Matthias Kramer trick-taking game, and it is super nerdy, but it is super awesome. And so that should be going into production here soon. The files have been delivered, but it's actually getting made in Germany and then shipped over here. Oh, I guess I got the I got the box upside down and stuff. But this is a great little card game that we really believed in, and kind of risky because it is so nerdy, but it's so fantastic, but the art style is staying the same. There were a lot of licensing restrictions and things that we weren't allowed to change, and that was one of them. But look for Paimal Flamen to be coming out. I want to say we missed Chinese New Year, so that put us a little bit behind. So I think it should be hitting stores by my estimation. I'm gonna say like July at the latest. So not super excited about that, but unfortunately, and pardon me again, missed the deadline with Chinese New Year happening to get that going. But also, we have 2 more games in addition to Paimal Flamen coming out. We have very, very excited about Fish Frenzy. Fish Frenzy is a game designed by Brett J. Gilbert. He's the designer, one of the designers of Elysium. He designed Divonair and a bunch of other titles. Awesome designer, and it's a great game, and it is illustrated by the insanely talented Kwanchai Maria, who did the kids deck in Dead Drop, and he's done a bunch of other things. I think he did Loop Inc., and just a great artist, amazing guy too. So look for that, and I know you guys will like that. I don't have anything online with it right now because we're just in the final stages of getting those files set up so that we can put all the assets out and everybody can see it. But it's really good, and kind of fits into this new line of games that we're working on, and I'm really excited about that. And last but certainly not least, we have and this has been actually really unique. So I've talked about this before, and I've mentioned I'm never shy about saying things that I've screwed up or mistakes that I've made. And one of the best games in my catalog is Yardmaster Express. And tons of mistakes I made on that. The box was ugly. I shouldn't have released it at the same time as Yardmaster. And I probably should have rethemed it. And so Yardmaster Express has struggled for me a little bit. I mean, I've sold, over 5,000 copies of the game. And that's not, a struggle. But I feel like it could have been much better. And so thanks to my partnership with Yellow and my relationship with the artist Vincent Dutrot, I have been able to acquire that art, and we have rethemed Yardmaster Express into Backyard Builder's Treehouse. And so it is a fantastically illustrated game set where you are building a treehouse. So instead of building your train left to right, you're now going to be building your treehouse from top to bottom, or bottom to top. Yeah, bottom to top. I mean, I guess you could start in the top if you had complete control of physics and could break the rules of gravity. But that does not happen in this game. So you guys are going to love it, and that's part of a new line we have coming too that I think you guys are going to be super stoked about. So at the risk of appearing, completely almost falsely excited, and I promise that's not the case, I just cannot contain how excited I am for the future. I have been reinvigorated. I have so much more will be clear soon, but it is just so amazing. I am excited to come into work every single day, and I'm excited. I know this sounds sick, but I'm excited to work 12-hour days and 60-hour weeks, because that's what things need right now, and I'm happy to do it. I really am. So we have those new games coming out, and then at the latter part of this year, we have a fantastic tile-laying game from Jay and Sen, the designers of Belfort, coming out. You may have heard, and I can announce it now. We have a great card game coming out from the very talented Mike Fitzgerald. And lastly, a fantastic little rondel game coming out from Matt Dunstan and Brett Gilbert, the design team behind Elysium. Fantastic game. And then we have started development. I shouldn't say started, because the game's been in development for quite a while. But the next game in our Shakespeare line, Hamlet, Rotten State of Denmark, is beefing up too. So, gosh, it is a lot of work, but it is fun work, and I am honored to be able to do what I do, and I love making games for you guys. I can't think of anything else that I want to do more, unless being a rock star astronaut were an option. And pretty sure that I'm, one, not musically talented enough, and this is not a body built for space travel. So look for one of the other videos that I wanted to be doing soon, but I needed to go home tonight and actually make my choices. I just need to write them down. I know what they are, but I never got around to releasing my top games of 2015, and it was a great year for games. So I'm going to be dropping that vlog post. I want to say I'll drop that on Friday, or I may save it till Monday. Just because, everyone's checking out for the weekend. So look for that coming soon. And thanks so much for caring enough to watch the video, guys. I always appreciate that. Leave your comments or any questions you might have in the notes or in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. And also some ideas, what do you guys want to hear about? What do you guys want to see? I'm always struggling with not wanting to be self-promoting or stuff like that. What are you guys actually curious about? What do you want to hear? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to do that, because I need to make a regular habit of this. So, love you guys. Thanks so much for caring, and oh man, just you wait for the future. It's gonna be amazing. Bye, guys.